greatest club in South Africa. Well, you know, since they've been formed, they've won the most trophies. They've got the biggest following. They're the biggest club in my eyes. Obviously, Sundowns have come now. But I mean, Chiefs, you can never take away the history. You know, through my time, which was the 80s and the 90s, they were magnificent. They beat us to the league twice, 89 and 92, you know. And it wasn't through us being bad, it's just been, you know, they finally, Shane McGregor scoring 34 goals and finally scoring 30 odd goals. That was the difference. But we came second to them twice, 89, 92.
What made them great?
Well, they had the person, what we've been speaking about for half an hour now, they had the guy that could score, two guys who could score. The defence was rock solid. And they had someone in midfield or two who got 10, 12 goals from centre midfield every year. And they had the guy who could play the pass. So you got the ingredients of a top side. That's what made them great. And obviously, they always used to get the best players. Maybe not in the, you know, it doesn't happen anymore, you know what I mean? Because obviously, there's clubs now that got bigger financial clout.
That was going to be my next question is, between the Kaizer Chiefs that you used to play against as a player and the Chiefs that you are coaching, what has been different?
Well, I think the only difference is been the inconsistency. You know, or if you look at Chiefs in my time, in the 80s and 90s, they were consistent. And then obviously they hit the dip. And I mean, you know, in those days, in the 80s, the Orlando Pirates were terrible. I mean, they were bottom, they were getting relegated a lot of the times. But Chiefs were always the strongest, you know. And then Chiefs obviously went through a bit of a dip, you know, after Stewart's come in now 4 or 5 years. But I think it's because of the players. You know, I think players, I mean, if you look at the pool of players in South Africa, it's very difficult. Very difficult. And there's, you know, there's 1 or 2 clubs fishing there, and the rest of us are just picking up what you can, you know.